Universitas Islam Indonesia, perguruan tinggi yang berdiri sejak 1945 ini telah menjadi jajaran perguruan tinggi terbaik di Indonesia. Dengan akreditasi institusi A dan mendapatkan penilaian overall ranking QS Star 3 bintang dari Lembaga Pemeringkatan Quarterly sebagai bentuk pengakuan internasional. Universitas Islam Indonesia memiliki 8 fakultas, salah satunya adalah Fakultas Ilmu Agama Islam. Fakultas ini merupakan cikal bakal adanya fakultas lain dalam Universitas Islam Indonesia dengan visi misi yang tidak hanya terfokus pada keilmuan, namun juga dari sisi kepribadian, juga sosial antar sesama. Fakultas Ilmu Agama Islam memiliki 3 prodi atau program studi di tingkat sarjana yang seluruhnya telah terakreditasi. Pendidikan Agama Islam. Prodi dengan gelar lulusan sarjana pendidikan ini membentuk mahasiswanya berkepribadian C4U, singkatan dari credible, capable, confidence, communicative, dan uswah. Prodi Pendidikan Agama Islam melengkapi sistem perkuliahan dengan aktivitas micro-teaching, peer teaching, dan praktek persekolahan atau praktek pengalaman lapangan pada wilayah regional, nasional, serta internasional. Aktivitas micro-teaching ditunjang dengan fasilitas laboratorium micro-teaching yang dimiliki. Prodi ini memiliki berbagai unit penyelenggara aktivitasnya, seperti Pusat Penelitian dan Pengembangan Pendidikan Islam, Learning Innovation Center, Madrasah Empowering Center, Center for Student Service and Development, dan lain sebagainya. Telah banyak lulusan prodi ini yang menjadi pendidik di berbagai tingkat pendidikan dan tersebar di seluruh Indonesia. Tidak hanya pendidik, lulusan juga memiliki prospek menjadi peneliti dan entrepreneur, khususnya di bidang pendidikan Islam. Hukum Keluarga. Prodi dengan gelar lulusan sarjana hukum ini memiliki core values, yakni ARIF, singkatan dari amanah, rasional, Islamic, serta fastabiqul khairat. Prodi ini merupakan satu dari 3 prodi hukum keluarga atau ahwalus syasyiah di perguruan tinggi swasta Indonesia yang telah terakreditasi. Pada prodi hukum keluarga, tersedia pilihan international program dengan keunggulan yang dimilikinya, seperti penggunaan bahasa Arab dan bahasa Inggris dalam proses pembelajaran, dosen pengajar internasional, luxury class, hingga mobilitas internasional dengan student dan lecturer exchange dan international conference. Terdapat berbagai program dan fasilitas unggulan pada prodi ini, yakni praktik hukum agama regional dan nasional, observatorium ilmu falak, ruang sidang semu, dan berbagai sarana penunjang lain. Lulusan prodi hukum keluarga berpeluang menjadi akademisi, peneliti, hakim, panitera, pengacara, penghulu, konsultan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and good morning, Prof. Moha, and all of participants. Welcome to our agenda today. Visiting lecture in Global Halal Industri conducted by Department of Islamic Economics, Universitas Islam Indonesia. First of all, before we go to the main session, let us thanks to our God, Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, who has given us His mercy and blessings so that we can join this virtual meeting in such a good condition. Salawat and salam be upon our most honorable Prophet and Messenger Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and his family and those who follow them in goodness till the day of judgment. And today, I also would like to say thank you very much to our guest lecturer today, Prof. Moha Asri bin Abdullah. We feel very pleased to see you here, Prof. Thank you for making your time in this early morning to give us some material and lecture about halal marketing and branding. Okay, in this visiting lecture today, we will talk and we will discuss about halal marketing and branding. And our speaker today is Professor Moha Asri bin Abdullah. He is currently a professor at the Faculty of Economics and Management Science, International Islamic University of Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur. And he is also the Deputy Dean of International Halal Research and Training, IIUM. baik para peserta sekalian, teman-teman sekalian dari program studi ekonomi Islam. Pada kesempatan kali ini kita kedatangan pembicara spesial yaitu Profesor Moha Asri bin Abdullah. Beliau pernah bersama kita juga di agenda yang lain ya Prof ya saat itu.
Pernah.
Ya.
Terima kasih.
Ya, dan sekarang kita berjumpa lagi begitu dengan beliau tapi di agenda yang berbeda. Beliau adalah profesor di Fakultas Ekonomi dan Ilmu Manajemen IIUM Malaysia. Kemudian beliau juga ketua International Halal Research and Training di sana. So the background of his study, he has received his Bachelor of Arts in Anthropology or Sociology in University Malaya. He took his master degree in business administration in University of Ballarat. Then he got his PhD in development economics in University of London. Professor Moha area of specialization is in economics, business and management, Islamic finance, Islamic banking, also entrepreneurial development and small business. He has published more than 18 books and numerous of research papers. Okay, Prof. Moha, today I'm Fitri Eka, will be the moderator for this visiting lecture agenda. Before we enter the main session, allow me to give some brief overview about what is halal industry. Nowadays, as we know, halal industry is get more and more attention from both majority or minority, Muslim majority or minority countries. There are about 7 sectors that are being part of halal industry, namely food and beverage, so pharmaceuticals, cosmetics, tourism, media, and also modest fashion. Then on this special occasion, we will learn together about halal marketing and branding from our guest lecturer, Prof. Moha. So now we are headed to the main session, the lecture session. We have approximately 75 minutes of lecture until 10:15. Then we will continue to the Q&A session until 11 in Indonesian time. Jadi selama 2 jam ke depan, kita bersama Profesor Moha akan bersama-sama mendengar penjelasan beliau dan pembagian waktunya atau alokasi waktunya adalah 75 menit berupa presentasi dari Profesor Moha, kemudian dilanjutkan sampai pukul 11 berupa sesi Q&A gitu. I'm sure Prof. Moha likes this lecture to be conducted interactively. So if you don't mind, Prof. Moha, would you deliver the presentation with bilingual, English and Malay? Nah, jadi teman-teman nanti bisa menanyakan kepada Profesor Moha, bisa menggunakan 2 bahasa, bisa menggunakan bahasa Inggris atau bahasa Melayu, bahasa Indonesia. Ya, okay. Without any further to do, let's begin our agenda today by reciting basmalah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I will turn the next session to Professor Moha. Professor Moha, the time and the virtual floor is yours.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin wassalatu wassalamu sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And very good mornings to all. Let me extend first and foremost to IIU Indonesia, Jakarta, who's invited me to this special guest lecture. It is an honor for me to share this particular topics on halal marketing and branding. Yang saya hormati pengurusi Fitri Eka dan juga Brother Rizky Anfani, ya, dan semua attendance today, baik students maupun staff. I'm grateful to be with you this morning. I pray to Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala That's our sessions will be beneficial to all of us, inshallah. It's not to say that I am the experts in this. What I'm sharing is things that I know and would like to contribute in the manners of knowledge distributions, if you like. Knowledge distributions and contributions, inshallah. Yes, I try to speak into dual language, di mana yang perlu, but primarily English first, then certain words, certain terms saya boleh translate ke bahasa Melayu. Dan juga saya lebih terbuka kalau ada soalan, if there is any questions during my presentations, someone can stop me then ask the questions. If I can answer it right away, inshallah I will do it. If I can answer it today, I leave the answers to Sister Fitri Eka, forward it to her for her to be shared with the with students who ask the questions, all right, during the sessions, inshallah. Okay, in order to do this, I would like to share the slides, therefore. But before sharing the slides, what I'm just change my backgrounds is to, as I mentioned to Brother Rizky earlier and Sister Fitri, that this is my latest books on cross-borders SMEs, Malaysia and Indonesia. This is as a result of our works with 3 universities from Indonesia, including Muhammadiyah Jakarta, Unisula, and UNIDA. Yeah, those three universities. Yeah, Alhamdulillah, we managed to compile the articles that we presented in this seminar. We conducted seminars in Kuala Lumpur in IUM, and from there we do editings to become an edited books. Me as a first editor, Dr. Rizal from Muhammadiyah Jakarta, and also Dr. Justri from IUM here. So 3 of us were the editors of these books, just a bit published recently. All right. And I believe the IIU Press, sorry, not IIU, Muhammadiyah University's press that's published these books will be translating into Indonesian language. All right, so you can get these books into Indonesian language later, inshallah. You can contact the Muhammadiyah University press later, inshallah. So without further ado, I would like to share as what I'm given the titles today with you is on the halal marketing and brandings. As I mentioned, I may not be the experts in this halal marketing and brandings, but this is a platform for me to share the knowledge with all of you. And hopefully we can be benefited out of these times and efforts, inshallah. To start off with, let's perhaps to be focused to what we would like to realize is to see the tables of contents. It's quite a lot actually in the 2 hours. We may not be able to finish them all, but we will go as it is, all right? And perhaps later, if the times limits us that much, we can have kind of question and answers for the respective topics. Because what I would like to focus, some of this, is that first, of course, we have to have understandings on halal marketing, the concepts of halal and toyibans, of course, the sources of reference for halal marketing, okay? And we have to differentiate between halal marketing and conventional marketing as well. In addition to this, we also have to understand the scopes of halal marketing and how is important halal marketing as opposed to normal marketings or conventional marketings. In addition to this, we also will go to the 4 and 7 P's of halal marketing mix approaches from Islamic context of it. Because we know that the 4 P's quite popular, now 7 P's from conventional perspective, and how this 7 P's is being looked at from halal perspective of it. So this is good knowledge to ponder as well. We go also little bits on halal brandings, as well as what is the most important trends today. It's about social media marketing and how do we or should we approach social media marketing in our marketing activities. And then, of course, if we have if time is permissible, we will go through to the market opportunities and realities about halal. What is out there for the halal marketings, and what's the size of halal markets for anyone who likes to try out, right? So as they know which particular segments or which particular regions or wilayah, wilayah mana yang bagus dari segi pasaran halal, ya. And then last but not least here, alright, akhir sekali kita cuba sedikit pergi kepada strategies for halal marketing. What we should do to promote to leverage on halal marketing in this world, because this halal marketing become our duty, our responsibility as academicians, as well as the students, as the customers, as the owners, as the businesses. We all have the duty to promote halal products. All right. So without promoting halal products, how people out there know? All right. Okay. First and foremost, let we look at the basic purpose of marketing. Tujuan sebenar marketing, ya, tujuan marketing. Tujuan perniagaan, kalau kita lihat perniagaan, tujuannya ialah untuk mencari dan membina pelanggan, kan, untuk perniagaan. Alright, kita mengeluarkan produk atau menyediakan perkhidmatan dan tujuannya ialah untuk mencari dan membina pelanggan. Ini tujuan marketing, right? Perniagaan dalam Islam ataupun halapreneur, it is part of menegakkan fardu kifayah, and if there is no one is doing it, it becomes fardu ain for us. All right, and of course we as khilafah in this world, all right, it is our duty to promote this. Why? Because whatever that we do in this world, all right, will be a rewards not just in this world through our activity, but also rewards in the hereafter. Right? That's what the words of al-falah. All right, kejayaan sebenar, all right, di akhirat nanti, insyaAllah. Okay, so any activities syarikat besar mana pun tanpa pemasaran dan branding, alright, tanpa pemasaran dan penjenamaan, branding, okay, kita tidak boleh menjual dengan begitu banyak. So memang mana-mana syarikat pun bergantung begitu kuat dengan pemasaran. Dan pemasaran dan inovasi pemasaran today amat penting. Sebagaimana kita ada sekarang ni, misalnya kita ada e-commerce, social media, cyber presence, we call, alright, kehadiran cyber links today. Kalau business tidak taps into it, of course saya fikir kita akan ketinggalan. Okay, ini adalah Peter Drucker wordings. Peter Drucker is the very well-known motivator. The 7 Successful Habits, bukunya, ya, bukunya bertajuk The 7 Successful Habits. Dia kata because the purpose of business is to create a customer, the business enterprise has two and only two basic functions, which is marketing and innovations. Marketing and innovation produce results. All the rest are costs. The results is that brings about revenue. All right. So marketing is a distinguishing unique functions of the business. Cost is parts of the functions. Right. Kita ada fungsi-fungsi lain, misalnya pengeluaran, distribusi, okay, pemasaran, pentadbiran, keuangan, okay, after sale service, okay. So ini adalah fungsi-fungsi perniagaan, ya. Yeah? So let me move to the apa beza antara market and marketing. This is basic. Let me go to the basic first. Asas, alright. Dulu kita tidak fikir, kita hanya fikir mungkin dulunya ialah pemasaran ni sebagai pasar sahaja. Alright, kita memasar sahaja. Okay, pasaran, just marketing only. Alright, market is pasaran and marketing is pemasaran. Market is pasaran is the entity out there and marketing is the process to pasarkan kita punya produk. Ya. Jadi di sini dulunya conservative belief marketing ini hanya bergantung pada harga mempengaruhi permintaan. Alright, bila harganya tinggi, when the price is high, we likes to market more. Okay? Tetapi kita kena realize it's not only harga yang mempengaruhi pemasaran. Alright? Ada banyak faktor-faktor lain. Ya? Faktor halal is one of the things. One of the things halal, because of course daripada halal tak halal untuk Muslims kita pergi kepada produk halal dahulu. Itu a must. Okay? Sebagai Muslims. Alright. So faktor-faktor lain seperti pengguna. Alright. Pengiklanan ataupun promotions, advertisements. How do we advertise our products? Competition ataupun persaingan. Okay. The flavor, the taste, cita rasa. Yeah. Semua ini adalah mempengaruhi pemasaran. And sometimes kita punya volumes of stocks mempengaruhi pemasaran juga. So banyak faktor yang mempengaruhi pemasaran sekarang ini, bukan sahaja harga sebagaimana traditional pemasaran belief. Alright. Pemasaran ini sebenarnya starts from selling. Dulu-dulu pemasaran ni dikaitkan dengan penjualan, selling, sales sahaja. Kan? Bila kita cakap pemasaran, fahaman dulunya adalah penjualan, menjual sahaja. Tetapi sebenarnya konsep pemasaran selebih daripada itu. More than that, because it covers research, marketing. It relates to seeking the informations. It relates to seeking the customers' segmentations. It relates to brochure. It relates to plan and promotions. So, the marketing is not just jualan. Ia mempunyai pemahaman yang lebih luas, definisi yang lebih luas. Kita ada commercial marketing, pemasaran komersial. Kita ada place marketing, pemasaran tempat. Kita ada person marketing, pemasaran individu. Kita ada social marketing, pemasaran sosial. Kita ada juga political marketing, pemasaran politik. Kita perlu juga promote kita punya ni kepada political influence. Kan? Okay, melalui influence kita dapat measure kita punya success also. Last but not least is fundraising. Fundraising ini penting, pengumpulan dana untuk pengumpulan dana untuk membuat untuk digunakan sebagai tabung untuk pemasaran dan perkara-perkara lain. So kalau kita lihat definisi pemasaran ni, okay, kita ada apa nama, just a minute, ya. Pula ini. Sekejap ya, saya cari saya punya nota di mana ya saya letaknya. Tak apa. Tak apa. Kita lihat apa ni dari segi pemasaran first P. Generation pertama pemasaran. Ya. Generation pertama pemasaran, price is everything. This is the concept of apa ni pemasaran 4P 1P. Asalnya pemasaran it starts from the price only. Harga is everything. Alright? Price is everything. Harga adalah segala-galanya. Ya. So generation kedua, CEO punya pemahaman ataupun chief executive officers of respective companies or managing directors of the companies believe that generasi kedua ialah kita ada 4Ps and 7Ps. Integrated 4Ps. What are those 4Ps? The 4Ps, the first is products, of course. Kita ada products. Okay? Products. Kita ada price. Kita ada place as well as promotions. Right, this is 4P, yeah, promotions. So this is a 4P. And then we extended it into 7Ps. What are those another 3? Apakah tiga lagi tu? 3 lagi dalam konsep konvensional, kita ada proses. Alright, kita ada proses. Kita ada physicals, environment. Okay. Okay, kita ada persekitaran physical, if you like. Kita ada juga people, manusia, populasi. Yeah, so this one is 7Ps. Okay, dalam 7Ps, the third generations of marketing today, kita ada what we call STPs within 7Ps. Yeah, STPs within 7Ps. Apa itu STP? STP first as it stand for segmentations. Alright, segmentations ni macam classifications, segmentize, membahagikan apa itu markets kepada beberapa segments, beberapa bahagian, beberapa kategori, if you like. Okay. T represent targets. Jadi daripada segmen yang kita ada, apa targets kita nak pasarkan? Alright. Sama ada kita nak pasarkan kepada products baby, alright, ataupun produk elderly, orang tua, ataupun students, okay. So this we call it target, okay. And another P is, alright, positionings. Okay, positionings ini dalam bahasa Melayunya, Indonesianya perletakan. Positionings, positions, kedudukan. Ya, kita di mana kita nak penetrate kita punya products itu, kedudukan. Adakah kita misalnya kalau Asia, alright, Asia positionings themselves, alright, peletakan Asia ialah lebih kepada alright, Asia, tahu kan Asia? Tahu ke? Asia, tapi sekarang ni tak boleh cross Indonesia kan? Ada. Saya tak tahu servis ada tak? Ada tak servis sekarang? Pergi ke Indonesia, Asia. Ada.
Ada ya, Prof?
Ada. Alhamdulillah, ada, alhamdulillah.
Tapi masih sikit.
Masih sikit, betul.
Yeah.
Understandable ya. Betul. So Asia misalnya, peletakannya, positioning of Asia kita katakan apa ni, tamban murah. Kapal terbang tamban murah. Alright, tamban murah. Alright, low cost airlines. Kalau kita pergi kepada Malaysia Airlines or Garuda, is more on the standards airlines. Alright, bukan tamban murah. This is positioning kita panggil. Alright. So based on this, sebagai marketing today, alright, the marketing evolutions also keep changing from first phase kepada what we have now. Okay, I'm yet to go to the halal marketing. So like we understand marketing concept first. Lepas itu kita pergi kepada halal marketing, insyaAllah ya. No worries, insyaAllah. Pertama sekali ialah kita dulunya first generations of marketing starts because marketing also involve what we call a sequence process of developments of marketing. So ada evolutionsnya. Pertama sekali evolutionnya starts daripada products. The belief, kepercayaan masa itu ialah a good product we sell itself. Ya. Produk yang baik akan dapat dijual dengan sendirinya. Itu asas kepercayaan dulu. Okay. And then kita ada marketing era second generations. Right, 2.0. So era 2.0 is the era whereby customers is the king. Okay, pengguna adalah raja. That means whatever we produce, whatever we provide, products and services respectively, it is to serve customers, to offer it to customers. That's why we call it customers is the king. All right. How about today? All right. How about today? Today is that we can see today, third generations is customer relationship with pemasaran yang menitik beratkan hubungan dengan pelanggan. Alright, menentukan masa depan syarikat. Pelanggan, hubungan dengan pelanggan is the most valuable, alright, assets for companies. That's why kita ada CRM misalnya, concept of CRM. Alright, apa itu CRM? CRM is customer relationship marketing. Okay, customer relationship marketing, or customer not marketing, customer relationship management. All right, that means we have some big firms have certain departments to manage customers. All right, through royalty cards, okay, through incentive. All right, detect their spending habits or spending patterns. All right, and that's why today we have all sort of software, we call it smart managements, to detect and trace, all right, different ages according to different preference, patterns of spending, so forth and so forth. Yeah. Okay, so this we call it now is more on the values with customers. All right, customers' value is more important. So from products to consumers to values. Okay, so this is the marketing's evolutions. All right, and which is very closely relates to us. If we make a comparisons between evolution from generation 1 to generation 2 to generation 3, we can see that, all right, objective, the first is product-centric management, right? Because it's emphasized on products. Marketing's second era is customer-oriented products, and the third one is value-driven marketing. Okay. So the objective for the first one is to sell products. The second is to satisfy and retain customers. Okay, and the third one is make the world a better place, because from what is the inputs, the values from customers' feedbacks, together we can make a better place. How? This is where another P is coming under umbrella of 7 Ps. Physical environments. Let's say, for example, from plastics, we change the wrappings into the paper-based bags or carry bags, say, for examples. Okay. We have, of course, enabling forces. Of course, the first era, we have industrial revolutions. All right, we have in the Europes over there, numbers of industrial revolutions. All right, British industrial revolutions in the 17th centuries, 19th centuries, 18th centuries. All right, from the UK to France, so forth and so forth. All right, and when we have customer-oriented marketing, so it's more about having information technology. All right, but today we have new wave of technology. What are those technology today? Today is about industry 4.0. It's about cyber presence, we call it. All right, cyber presence. Okay, that means the kehadiran. All right, what cyber, kehadiran internet, kehadiran email, kehadiran Facebook, kehadiran Twitter, kehadiran Instagram, now TikTok. All right, you name it. Those are the new wave of technology, including technology, clouds technology, so forth and so forth. Or we call it I cannot remember the terms. I slipped my mind. I will share it later. I don't want to prolong on this, so please read on your own until the slides has been distributed. Let me go straight to now about definitions of halal marketing. Definitions of halal, as mentioned, is the actions or business promotions, all right, and selling products or services. Okay, and if we observe very decent definitions from the Americans marketing associations, all right, is the activity, all right, of the institution process, communication, delivery, and so forth. This is all about marketing activities. How do we define this in the context of halal marketing? Of course, there has not been a consensus, all right, among scholars, because after all, ini adalah satu bidang yang baru still, okay, halal marketing and brandings. Even though the books has been written here and there, okay, but what we can say is that halal marketing is thus refers to marketing activity that is initiated, developed, and implemented in accordance to Islamic values and norms as guided by the Sharia. All right. And we know if we talk about principles in the Sharia, we can expand it further into the 5 pillars under Maqasid Sharia, right? Okay, I don't have to extend on this. During my last lecture also, I have emphasized what are the Maqasid Shariahs in the context of business. All right. So in this case, the concepts of halal marketing, okay, is therefore the concepts. The first is that it forms the base of halal marketing that is lawful and permissible. That is, or that's are synonymous to halal. Okay, so haram is the opposite of halal, which means that haram is forbidden. So halal is that therefore every marketing activity conducted by Muslim must ensure the concept of halal haram into the accounts, which has been explained and guided by Al-Quran and Sunnah. All right. If we refer ayat Surah Al-Ma'idah, all right, ayat 3 is more or less translated as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that forbiddance unto you for goods are carrions and bloods and swine's flesh, and that which had been dedicated unto you any other than Allah. So actually there are numbers of ayat in this Quran explaining about this. What I would like to emphasize the concept of halal marketing further into the concepts of halal and tayyib. It's not just halal. All right, we know that halal is something that is lawful. All right, say for examples, the surah surah 2 ayat 168. O you people, eat of what is on earth halal and good, and do not follow the footsteps of the evil one, for he is to you an old enemy. So it's clear for us to consume halal. All right. And there is another ayat here, Surah 5, ayat 87 and 88. All this actually explains, all right, it's not just permissible, allowable, and lawful, but also tayyib. What does it mean tayyib? Apa maksud tayyib? Ya, tayyib itu adalah bagus, wholesome, keseluruhannya bagus, alright, and selamat untuk digunakan, dimakan ataupun digunakan, alright, safe. So this is the concepts of tayyib. Combinations of these, we have to ensure our marketing activities are very much in conformity with this halal and tayyibs. The sources of this, of course, all right, this is what is Islamic dietary terms, but I don't want to prolong this. Of course, the consumers' patterns, this is for consumers, all right? And so the marketeers should know the levels of these dietary terms, at least halal, haram, makruh, discouraged, all right? And masbuh, we suspect the products. If we want to share it further, in fact, the duty for the marketeers to explain, all right, different types of products, from basic needs, from the essential products first, to basic needs, to normal products, luxury, haram. This is the levels of marketing activities that marketers should know from Islamic perspective. When it comes to priority, keutamaan, all right, these are some things that marketers should focus on. Essential, very essential. It's about life and death. So perhaps food and drink. All right. Basic needs, what are those? Food and drink, of course. Food and beverage. We have what? Shelter, clothes. Okay. We have spouse. Okay. These are basic needs. All right. Normals, what are normal goods? So other than normal, other than basic needs, and different than luxury, it falls under normal goods. Okay. Luxury, of course, if let's say for examples, I might be wrong here, but please correct me. If we have a flight, in flight we have economic class, perhaps basic or normal, all right? Basic economic class is basic. We have business class, that's normal for business people. And of course, first class become luxuries already here, all right? What is haram? Haram sometimes is a mass produced. It is a product that should be produced, but discouraged and disallowed in certain circumstances. What are those products? Produk ini kita boleh namakan sebagai, contohnya, senjata. Senjata boleh do harmful to others, but as a nation, we have to have it to defend ourselves. Okay, so the market should be in that context, all right, to promote it to our customers. All right, these are the importance of halal haram from the Islams, for Muslims. I don't want to prolong on this ayat. Please read later, but I would like to focus on the first, on the subsequent ayat. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Let me read parts of this. This is from Al-Quran Surah 2, all right, ayat 267. Ya ayyuhalladzina amanu anfiqu min tayyibati ma kasabtum. Okay. I stop there. But what we have here is that all you have believed, spend from the good things which you earn and from which we have produced for you from earth. And don't aim towards destructive dear form. Spending while you will take it, except with closed eyes. All right. And knows that Allah is free of needs and praiseworthy. Okay. So this is a lot of things from this ayat actually. All right. Don't aim for defective dear forms. Defective dear forms is like what? Luxury and haram things, of course. All right. Moving from here, this is our halal and haram concept for consumers. But when we do a halal marketings, I believe halal marketing is one of the main pillars in the entire halal industry. All right. Why I said so? Mengapa saya kata begitu? Sebabnya first, kita kena ada business capital right from the start. Okay, and this is in the halal industry as a whole. To open up halal enterprises, a company, kita kena ada capital which is Islamic capital base, Islamic based capital, right? And that must be halal without any riba. Okay. Materials and minerals products juga kena halal, okay, in accordance to Syariah. And we should have business process and marketings. All right, business process and management should be halal. What are the business processes and marketings? We should have, say for example, halal certification process from farm to fork, misalnya. Misalnya daripada ladang, process management of this, a sequence of process sampailah kepada makanan di atas meja. Ya. Ini adalah business process, supply chain components. Alright, whereby right from raw material feed mills kepada productions, kepada pengeluaran, kepada distribusi, kan? Kepada marketing, kepada customers, after sales service, ini adalah business process. Okay, and business process here, misalnya transportations, is parts of business process activities, business activities. Kalau kita letak dalam lori besar, misalnya trailer, lori yang besar, kita campur sekali atas rak benda haram dan tidak halal. Ini tidak mengikut syariah compliance dan tidak patut dibuat. Dan haram buat macam tu. Sebab apa? Kita tidak mahu cross contamination berlaku. Kita tak mahu berlaku pencemaran kepada makanan halal yang kita bungkus dalam trailer yang sama. Ini parts of SOP. Dalam halal certification kita ada ini. Ya? Of course, yang keempatnya ialah marketing, sales dan packaging. Itu pun kena mengikut syariah compliance. Okay, so marketing is one of the pillars here. Last but not least is the impacts on social economics and environments. Kalau kita keluarkan produk, dalam masa yang sama kita discharge pollutants, chemicals dalam sungai ataupun dalam laut. Okay, itu tidak complements syariah compliance. Okay, itu adalah haram. Kita tidak boleh damage the environments dalam pengeluaran makanan. So marketing should be understood in that context as well. Alright, should be explained to the customers. The sources of this, of course, coming from Quran, traditions of our prophets. All right, be peace upon him, Prophet Allah Subhanahu, Prophet Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Okay, consensus of those consensus of those ulama. Okay, as well as the laws of the land, as long as they don't contradict with the law in the Syariah. Okay, pengeluaran itu adalah produksi, produksi, betul. Dalam bahasa Indonesia produksi, Let we move to the difference between, halal marketing and conventional marketing. First, silent points. Alright, the difference ialah dari segi konsep halal haramnya. Whereas dalam conventionals, there is no such concepts of halal haram. Even they produce luxury goods, so long as that there is a buyer, there is a purchasing powers there. That's why they have, we define demand as, willingness and ability to pay. Willingness and ability to pay. Maksudnya kesanggupan dan kemampuan untuk membayar. So bila ada kemampuan untuk membayar, dia produce produk itu walaupun produk tersebut adalah haram, luxury dan sebagainya. Dalam konteks Islam tidak boleh begitu. Kita kena ikut, comply with the Islamic jurisprudence from Al-Quran and Sunnah. That's the very basic difference. Okay. Yang kedua ialah the consent. Persetujuan. Kesetujuan itu mesti ada. Kan? Emas dalam halal marketing. Kita tak boleh promote products, encourage ataupun galakkan orang beli semacam paksa. Kan? Memaksa pelanggan untuk beli. Itu bukan sifat halal marketing. Itu without consent. Alright? But conventional does not care this consent that much. They just promote. Alright? And sometimes cross overboards, we call it. Alright? Melampau dari segi kenyataan marketing. Misalnya apa dia? Nike. Kasut Nike kan? Shoes Nike. Apa yang dia buat? Alright? Nike on air. Mana ada kasut boleh pergi ke atas udara ya? Itu adalah contoh. Alright, bukan conformity with the halal marketing. Okay, transactions and exchanges. Alright, transaksi dan pertukaran wang. Dalam ini kita ada a clear ayat. Alright, surah An-Nisa. Okay, surah 4 ayat 29, say for example, as well as hadith by Ibn Majah, a sale is a sale only if it is made through mutual consent. Alright, so transactions must be guided by Sharia and Islamic jurisprudence. For any transactions that is commenced with force and associated with deceptive and fraudulent acts or interest or riba and are unacceptable. Alright. So kalau kita ikut jualan melalui paksaan, penipuan, riba, ini semua adalah tidak diterima dalam konteks halal marketing. Alright. Whereas the conventional marketing, mereka tidak fikir perkara-perkara ini begitu serius. Yang keempat ialah halal marketeers. Halal marketeers ini ialah we have also surah Al-Araf ayat 31. The translation is that Allah says, and eat and drinks, but don't waste extravagantly. Certainly, Allah does not like extravagance. Alright, if kita boleh translate dalam bahasa Melayu, ialah makan dan minum dan jangan membazir secara alright, berlebihan. Okay, dan Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala tidak suka, alright, pembaziran yang berlebihan. Okay, so kita refer ini kepada konsep daruriyah, alright, the core concept of Islamic marketing, which means that marketeers are Muslims and must concentrate on satisfying needs of human beings rather than strive towards fulfilling the unlimited desires of individuals, and all this should be done from Islamic viewpoints. All right. Scopes of worldview knowledge. Islamic marketing should have both knowledge, conventional and Islamic knowledge. Why I say conventional is very important for us to take whatever that are in conformity with Islamic principles. Like I mentioned earlier about evolutions of marketing from generation 1 to generation 2 to generation 3. Okay, those are needs to be understood. Ya, perlu tahu sebab itu adalah basic marketing. Okay, and itu adalah baik untuk kita tahu bahawa kita sekarang ini perlu approach yang berbeza untuk meyakinkan customers. Ya. Dengan transparansi, tanpa penipuan, alright, dalam konteks Islamic marketing. Motivational factors yang ke-6, halal marketing ialah tujuan kita membuat marketing di dunia ini adalah untuk mendapat keberkatan di akhirat. Alright, to attain success in this world and success in the here after, of course. So this is what it is al-falah concepts in halal marketing as a motivational factor for us to be a marketeers. All right. So of course, conventional marketing is only for this world. So they have one horizon. All right. Kita ada dua horizons. Okay, dunia dan akhirat. Yeah, dan halal marketing. The stakeholders is pihak-pihak yang berkepentingan. Alright. So ini dia semua ini. Termasuklah Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. Okay. Tetapi dalam konteks konvensional, Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala is not included. Okay. Sebelum saya pergi seterusnya, ada soalan ke daripada para pelajar semua, please? Saya tidak mau teruskan kalau tak faham. Boleh tanya sekarang. Sementara saya pergi kepada subsequent topik. Ada soalan setakat ini?
Ayo teman-teman, ada pertanyaan sampai sejauh ini?
Ya, sejauh ini ada soalan?
Sepertinya belum, Prof.
Belum.
Okay.
Boleh saya teruskan, Sister Fitri?
Ya, please, Prof.
Boleh, terima kasih. Alright. Seterusnya, let we understand the scopes of halal marketing. What are those scopes? Okay. Halal marketing should have ideas of the priority groups of customers. So marketeers, those in the marketing sections of halal marketing should know the priority groups of customers. Itu keutamaan, kumpulan-kumpulan pengguna. Alright. Because kita kena tahu bahawa tidak seorang pun, no one sell everything. Kita tak boleh jual semua benda kepada semua orang. Okay. Otherwise kita punya efforts will be abundance and redundance. Okay, the efforts abundance because you need huge efforts, and redundance because those are not needed. So it does not contribute to efficiency and productivity. Yeah. All right. Marketeers needs to know halal marketing targets who are core customers. All right. At least they have to have 7 scopes or 7 dimensions of targeted customers or targeted markets. First is halal industry products and services. Misalnya kita perlu target food and beverage ke, ataupun kita nak pergi kepada farmasi, ya, pharmaceutical, okay, ataupun kita nak pergi kepada kosmetik misalnya, okay, those are products and services. Products. Services itu apa? Alright, perkhidmatan, ya. Perkhidmatan misalnya apa? Perkhidmatan pengangkutan. So kita kena further breakdown pengangkutan itu. Adakah ini melibatkan servis kapal terbang, alright, ataupun servis coach, alright, ataupun kereta, okay, itu adalah pengangkutan misalnya. Halal market distributions, alright, halal market distributions, kita kena tahu distributions kita. Distribusi yang macam mana? Distribusi melalui agent, direct customers, melalui online, okay, melalui apa kita punya license, agents license companies, melalui franchise, okay, itu adalah market distribution kita. Ya. Yeah? So kita kena tahu itu. As well as geographical distributions. Alright. Bagaimana lokasi distribution itu? Di tempat, sesuatu tempat misalnya di Yogyakarta as opposed to Jakarta. Itu different geographical locations. Macam mana kita nak distribusi di Yogyakarta berbanding dengan Jakarta? Ya, that's apa yang kita maksudkan distribution, dia geographical distributions. Kemungkinannya ada kelainan antara Yogyakarta dengan Malang misalnya, atau Surabaya, ya, misalnya. Dan kita kena tahu dari segi demographic characteristics. Demographic characteristics adalah struktur umur, age of customers. Okay, daripada baby kepada the elderly. So within this pyramidal structure of age, ataupun structure pyramid age, kita kena target which one the most sellable and focus on it. The fifth one, kita kena ada scopes dari segi purchasing power. Alright, kuasa beli pengguna. Mungkin di Jakarta kuasa belinya lebih tinggi berbanding dengan mereka di Solo misalnya. Okay, so jadi produk-produk yang lebih tinggi harganya boleh dijual banyak di Jakarta misalnya. Okay, so sebab apa? Sebab income per capita, ya, pendapatan per capita penduduk di Jakarta lebih tinggi berbanding dengan di Solo misalnya. Ya. Yang keenam ialah kita punya psychographic features. Apa itu psychographics? Psychographics itu ialah kita punya illustrations secara physical, alright, yang kita boleh nampak. Kita ada psycho, kita ada sentiments, designs of the packagings. Misalnya, saya nak share satu kajian. Di US, satu kajian mendapati bahawa coffee, alright, coffee beans tu yang di wraps, yang dibungkus dengan warna plastik browns, golden browns, coffee bean yang sama adalah lebih banyak dijual berbanding dengan packaging yang dibuat melalui warna pink. Ini kajian sebenar yang dibuat. So for the coffee, kita dapati customers prefers Dari segi psychographic features, dia suka color browns, golden color. Berbanding dengan pink color misalnya. So this is the features that I would like to bring up to you. Okay, brothers and sisters, last but not least here, kita ada behavioral descriptors. Okay, ini ialah habit pengguna. Okay, attitudes of pengguna. Okay, behavioral pengguna. Pengguna ni suka beli waktu mana misalnya. Okay, suka beli saiz-nya berapa, sukatannya berapa. Okay, pengguna ni suka misalnya spend banyak, how much dengan makanan tertentu berbanding dengan services misalnya. Alright, that's why ini kita, kebanyakan sekarang ni kita ada CRM, as mentioned earlier, customer relationship management. Semua ini kita taps online, kita boleh tahu how much do they spend for goods, certain goods, how much for other goods. Okay, this is what we call behavioral descriptors. All right. Coming from that, why halal marketing is important? Why is important? It is indeed, halal marketing is so important in this world. Okay, very, very penting. Okay, especially if no one doing it. Okay, it is very important today because why? Because it promotes and protects the best use of natural resources. Okay, first and foremost, why this is important? Dalam ekonomi, kita kena guna resources efficiently and promote it efficiently, and then kita kena expand the existing resources daripada unproductive to productive one, daripada unsellable to sellable products misalnya. So ini adalah tugas halal marketeers to promote and protect it. Okay, that is one. Secondly is halal helps availability and accessibility of halal food and services. Ini juga penting. Kerana apa? Kalau kita tak promote, kita tak market, dia orang tak tahu adanya tak ada, availability is ada ke tak ada. Availability is kewujudan produk tersebut. Alright? Yang accessibility is capaian produk tersebut. Okay, tanpa rules of marketing ini tidak dapat berlaku. Seterusnya ialah protect customers' well-being. Bagaimana ini boleh berlaku? Ini protect customer well-being because we know that halal marketeers promote something that is truthful, true characteristics of the products. There is no deceptions. There is no, there is no deceptive, and there is no extravagance out of it. Alright, therefore, this will protect the well-being of the people. They are not kind of overpromise, under-deliver. Okay, kita kadang-kadang market products tu lebih jauh daripada apa yang produk sebenarnya. That's not right. Okay, so ini maksudnya protect customer well-being. Keempat ialah promote and create ethical and moral values. Values what? Values in conformity with the Sharia compliance, because marketeers is playing a role to explain what these products coming from, how do they process, all right, how halal it is, why we say halal and good and halal and toyib to consume. This is a parts of educations, all right, to the rest of the society. Ini adalah penting, all right, kepada masyarakat dan community. Yang
sorry, Prof. Moha.
Yeah.
We have only 5 minutes approximately for the lecture.
All right.
And we will continue to the Q&A session after that, Prof. Moha.
All right,
Sorry.
no problem. So where should I go? 5 minutes. Let me check which one is more important now. Okay, I would like to highlight what is the 7 P's from Islamic context, Islamic understandings. All right. From Islamic marketing, 7 P. P first is products. Products, we say this as pragmatisms. It's not just products, but also the progressions of the products. That means from tidak baik kepada produk lebih baik, produk lebih baik dan lebih baik. This is what we call is pragmatisms and products. And promotion, pertinence and promotions. Pertinence, what does it mean pertinence? It is very, very relevant. Okay, berkaitan. Promosi, that means kita explains apa yang berkaitan dengan produk. Kita tak boleh lebih kepada itu. Yang ketiga kita katakan palliations and price. Of course yang ketiga price, tapi kita tambah palliations. So please read this Professor Wilson from UK. I list down this reference in this reference, ya. Palliations ni maksudnya apa? Palliations ini, alright, it refers to ease of pain. Ease of pain ni maksudnya dalam konteks pemahaman kita ialah kita kena impose produk yang masyarakat boleh membelinya. Especially kalau kita ada strategi what we call skimming approach pricing. That means kita offer the more consumers beli, lebih murah harga produk berkenaan sebab kita dah gain benefits out of it. Okay, I may not finish off this one, but please read on your own. Another important part, perhaps, I would like to go to social marketing is very important today. All right. Why? Because social marketing today actually is a must for halal marketing because it is. Saya sekarang ni tengah jadi consultant pada KPMG untuk company small and medium enterprises, and we found that during the CMCO today, these food and beverage companies now can sell 3 times higher, alright, than the normal markets because they go by the social media platforms. All right, and this is a very, very we discover, all right, out of 30 companies that we have do consultation services, all right, in the financing pathways. Okay, we found that 14 of them has experienced this kinds of pricing, all right. Tapi dalam social media juga ada risknya. Risknya satunya time consuming to embark on it, of course. Second is negative review. This day we do review kan dalam kita punya social media. Kalau apa ni ada customers yang not that friendly, alright, so we have to be careful on this. And also last but not least is hackers threat. Okay, hackers threat. Alright, saya rasa the importance of social media is this. There are about 10 points why we should go for social media. So please look at it. Okay. Another points that I would like to share here is, which one is it? The strategy. Okay. But I think I can finish here, and perhaps we can look for question and answers. Okay, to know whether any students would like to ask, if I can answer it, inshallah. Okay, if not, I will find other platforms to address your questions. So with that, thank you very much, Sister Fitri Eka, for being a very good chairperson today, keeping your time well. Yeah, and then I pass it to you for these platforms. Thank you.
Okay, I also thank you for your interesting explanation, Prof. Moha. Okay, all of participants, ladies and gentlemen, now we go to the next session, which is the Q&A session. Jadi teman-teman silakan yang punya pertanyaan bisa melayangkan kepada speaker kita hari ini yaitu Profesor Moha. Sebetulnya ada 3 pertanyaan ini Profesor Moha.
Ya, ya, please. Apa dia itu? Dalam ini ke dalam chat ke?
Mungkin teman-teman mau menanyakan secara langsung. Enggak usah malu-malu. Oh iya, oke. Oke, the first for Ana Usatun Hasanah. Silakan Mbak Ana.
Yes, yes, Sister Ana, yes.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi
Wabarakatuh. Nah, saya mau tanya Prof.
Yep.
Jadi, kalau kita sebagai pengusaha yang baru buka, masih
Yep.
awal gitu, yang sebaiknya kita lakukan itu memperbanyak produksi atau barang seadanya, lalu melakukan promosi lewat endorse. Gitu. Ya, itu kan sama-sama penting juga, keduanya.
Lewat endorse itu apa? Sorry, saya kurang paham. Apa itu lewat endorse? Sorry, repeat
Maksudnya
again.
promosi lewat misal kayak selebgram atau artis gitu.
Telegrams or artists? Is it? Okay, if I may understand your question, sister. Sister tanya kepada company yang baru bermula itu ya, just started companies, what is the best marketing, alright? Saya rasa the best approach sekarang ialah kita go straight to social media, alright, and have your own websites and markets through social media. Transact through e-commerce right away, alright? Because why? Pada saya, tapi kita kena ada ready dari segi stocks. Nanti kan kita masuk terus ke situ, kita tak boleh comply demand. Sebab ini kena hati-hati juga, kerana kadang-kadang macam pengalaman yang company yang saya buat consultation itu, dia tak boleh comply demand online. Jadi this results in a bit of lack or bad reputations on a company. Sebab apa? Bila tak boleh comply, alright, the comment from the subscribers become negative, alright. But if we can provide commendable stocks, okay, we can go right away also of social medias. Perhaps to digest this, we go to social media step by steps, not one off for everything. If we don't have that much of stocks, products at our end, yeah, itu mungkin secara strategiknya boleh moderate issues of could not cope with the demands in the markets. I hope I'm answering your question, Sister Ana.
Yes.
Terima kasih. Yeah. Okay. Any other questions?
Saya Prof.
Saya
Brother
second
Andi.
question.
Andi. Brother Andi dulu ya. Okay.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Salam, brother. Ya.
Kenalkan saya Andi. Prof, saya mau bertanya.
Ya.
Di Indonesia ini kan masih banyak orang-orang yang baru memulai usaha.
Betul.
Target marketingnya itu terkadang masih teman-teman di sekitaran.
Ya, betul.
Cuman ada masalah di Indonesia yang saya sering lihat adalah calon customer itu baru akan mau membeli barang itu jika diberikan dengan cara kredit atau cicilan.
Oh, okay.
Pertanyaan saya, bagaimana kita sebagai pelaku usaha itu menjalankan jual beli dengan kredit yang masih sesuai dengan syariat Islam,
Betul.
dan bagaimana cara mengatur keuangan biar tetap stabil atau tetap bertumbuh,
Ya,
berkembang.
ya. Okey, terima kasih Brother Andi. Betul, saya setuju. Memang apa ni itu masalah peniaga kecil yang baru startup. Bukan sahaja peniaga baru, saya bila buat konsultansi dengan company-company di Malaysia, perkara yang sama ditimbulkan. Yang penting ialah apa ni this is some things that we have to build reputations dengan kita punya supplier dan kita punya customers. This is where working capital is very important for us to manage. Kalau kita dapat barang bekalan daripada supplier pun kredit dan tempoh kreditnya katakan 30 hari, 60 hari dan kita bagi kredit yang sama kepada pelanggan, itu working capital kita tidak akan jadi masalah. Tapi masalahnya bila kita suppliernya tidak membagi kredit kepada kita dan kita bagi kredit kepada pengguna, customers kita, itu masalah working capital. Alright. Satu dua approach mungkin boleh difikirkan untuk menyelesaikan perkara ini. Satunya, setengah-setengah bank, saya tak tahu di Malaysia, di Indonesia. Di Malaysia ada banks yang buat overdraft facilities yang mana kalau ada sekian pelanggan, ya, dah ada sekian pelanggan, kita tak perlu bayar this overdraft charges. There is a schemes under smart management systems of the bank to help out micro, small and medium enterprises that way. Yeah, because kita ada banyak di SMEs di Malaysia ini, MSMEs kita kata, micro, small and medium enterprises, yang apa itu supply kepada supermarkets. Di sini kita ada supermarket macam Giant, Tesco, kita ada apa ni lagi itu, Eon, ya, beberapa big supermarkets, and then small and medium enterprises ni terpaksa menerima duit daripada supermarkets itu 2 bulan, 3 bulan selepas barang terjual. Ya, setengah-setengahnya memberi kepada pengguna, pada peniaga ini, ya, pada usahawan ini, dia beri mengikut jualan. Misalnya kalau bulan pertama jual 30%, dia bagi 30% dahulu revenue. Ini adalah apa ni, burden kepada SMEs. So SME Corps kita ni agent, apa ni kita kata agent, government agency yang apa tu bagi bantuan kepada MSMEs. Dia ada satu sistem kredit yang mana bank boleh tolong untuk menampung sementara mendapat apa ni capital balik daripada supermarket berkenaan. Okay, itu antara caranya. Another approach, brother Andi, saya tak tahu di Indonesia, di Malaysia ni banyak sekarang ni crowdfunding. Crowdfunding can help to some extent, especially peer-to-peer crowdfundings. Ya, yang mana boleh membuat ni sebagai modal dahulu. Sementara kita ni kita kata boleh bernafas dengan lebih elok, dengan lebih baik. Ya, itu saja saya punya perkongsian yang saya boleh jelaskan. Terima kasih Brother Andi.
Terima kasih Prof.
Thank you, Prof. Moha. Another question from participants?
Yeah, another question. Siapa dia?
Saya Bu, saya Prof.
Yeah, okay, Sister Ula, yes.
Ya, jadi Prof, di sini saya menanyakan, kira-kira negara mana sih yang saat ini sudah paling ampuh dalam menerapkan sistem manajemen halal? Karena kalau di Indonesia, undang-undang terkait sertifikasi halal itu sudah ada sejak 2014, tetapi realitanya sampai saat ini tuh masih banyak masyarakat atau para pedagang di Indonesia masih belum membuat atau melakukan sertifikasi halal karena minimnya pengetahuan mereka tentang sertifikasi halal tersebut. Karena itu mungkin sosialisasi yang dilakukan pemerintah juga masih kurang menyeluruh sehingga hanya sebagian pedagang yang tahu, tetapi sebagiannya tidak tahu atau mungkin juga tidak mau tahu, Pak. Karena itu kira-kira negara mana sih atau pemerintahan mana sih yang bisa patut dicontoh dalam mengatasi terkait permasalahan ini, Pak?
Okey, terima kasih Sister Ula. Ini soalan yang bagus. Saya sendiri pun fikir nak jawab macam mana. Okey, sebenarnya macam ni Sister. Apa tu, dalam trend halal industri sekarang ini, sedikit perkembangan sekalian saya boleh utarakan. Kalau kita lihat dari segi pengiktirafan certification halal, dari negara mana paling banyak? Alright, daripada Malaysia, Singapura, Indonesia, dan satu lagi saya lupa, ada dalam statistik saya itu. Of course, saya tak bukan nak inflate Malaysia, tapi Malaysia the first dari segi pengiktirafan negara lain yang memohon sijil halal JAKIM Malaysia. Statistik ada, saya boleh share later dengan Sister Fitri kalau perlu. Ya, bila kita bincang dalam satu, saya dijemput sebagai keynote speaker dalam sesi mana itu hari? Not coming dengan Pakistan ni. Saya buat comparison paper tentang differences and commonalities of halal certifications. Kita found subscriptions itu banyak JAKIM di Malaysia. So perhaps if I'm right here, I'm not necessarily so. Malaysia lebih lama lagi. Saya rasa JAKIM, saya tak ingat tahun berapa. Alright, certification been done. But the infrastructure in Malaysia is a bit structured in terms of agencies to provide support assistance. In fact, sekarang ni banyak agensi yang bantu halal companies untuk start, untuk berkembang dan untuk ekspor. Ya, banyak bantuan, banyak fundings daripada agensi, daripada Medat, MTDC, daripada platform, ya, banyak agensi. Saya tak perlu sebutkan semua. Ini apa yang saya tahu. Mungkin Indonesia lebih baik, saya tak pasti, ya. Tetapi halal satu lagi is that satu lagi yang bagus Indonesianya, walaupun belum implement sepenuhnya, halal products perlu diwajibkan, ya. Products perlu diwajibkan halal, ya. Itu satu regulasi law yang ditetapkan bagus. Di Malaysia tak ada, sebab halal sekarang ni adalah based on voluntary. That means kita tidak paksa companies untuk mendapatkan sijil halal and jual barang halal. It is the rights of customers to buy halal food. Sebab itulah it is from customer driven approach rather than a right supply driven approach. So but it is effective whereby bila customer driven approach macam ni, alright, suppliers comply it accordingly. And this is what has been happening in Malaysian halal industry trend, you know, and it's very growing very much, and they are able to export. All right, I know that Indonesia is the largest importers of halal food and beverage, but in terms of the values of exports, Malaysia is the largest. halal exports overseas. All right, but we are not the largest consumers. Yeah. I hope I can share that with you, sister. I'm sorry if I cannot answer it fully. Yeah, insyaAllah.
Terima kasih, Prof.
Ya, sama-sama ya.
Nah, jadi menarik tadi teman-teman ya, Indonesia ini adalah negara importir makanan halal terbesar di dunia, gitu ya. Sementara Malaysia itu adalah negara eksportir makanan halal terbesar di dunia. Dan saya lihat juga, Prof, di State of Global Islamic Economy Report juga Malaysia itu pasti masuk ke 5 besar dalam beberapa sektor.
Ya. Saya sebenarnya tak maulah promote Malaysia, nanti kan takut saya rasa inflated negara saya.
Tapi ini Prof, kalau modest fashion Indonesia juaranya loh. Boleh jadi lomba.
Betul ya.
Oke. Another question.
Yep, please, siapa dia?
Mahliza.
Ya, sister.
Faiza.
Faiza, ya, Faiza.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya Faiza Zoufa. Saya ingin bertanya, di tengah pandemi seperti ini, COVID ini, itu bagaimana perkembangan global halal industri? Atau bagaimana kita kita sebagai pengusaha itu harus seperti apa untuk memulai suatu bisnis yang halal gitu. Terima kasih.
Oke, bagus. Terima kasih. Soalan yang baik, Sister Faiza. Ya, bagus. Soalan tu very contemporary questions. Ya. Saya boleh katakan bahawa halal industry has been affected as other industries as well in the world because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Yeah, that's first statements I would like to state here. Especially certain sectors, all right, tourism and hospitalities industries, because halal industry covers tourism and hospitalities. All right, we have what halal Muslim-friendly hotels facilities. Okay. We have Muslim tours, say for example, all right? So all this involve halal industry. So as those industries now in a very dying situations, today I heard Malaysia Airlines is going to ask their staff to do VSS, voluntary, all right, voluntary retirement scheme. Okay, because the Malaysian government could not support anymore the operations because the flights so few, okay, and cannot cope with the expenses, overhead expenses. Okay, so this is a very damaging economy, damaging situation for Malaysian economy as well, and for the Malaysian airlines industry. All right, and partly relates to halal. In addition to this, what is the best approach? I think despite the fact that COVID pandemic has affected many industry, all right, but food and beverages industry has been so good to me. And my observations with my works with micro, small and medium enterprises, today, I found they are doing well, all right, even better than before the pandemics. Say for example, when my work starts somewhere in July, September, some firms already reached the revenue, all right, similar to revenue of last year. The year has not yet ended, yeah. Tahun belum lagi berakhir tetapi revenue dah sama dengan jualan tahun lepas. Some companies experience triple growth, as I mentioned to you. All right. Why they have been very successful? Because they embarked their efforts a lot on, all right, e-commerce platforms, websites, and social media. Even though the product sellings not international, local and regionals but they able to produce, to sell more. Okay, and this is a good news. So in summary, alright, saya lebih suka mengatakan walaupun banyak sektor affected, tetapi certain sektor itu, alright, berkembang dengan lebih pesat. Certain SMEs, alright, berkembang dengan pesat dari segi jualan, and this enable them to be ready for exporting. Alright, so kita ada sesi dengan diorang dari segi export market entry. So we will guide them on which country to focus, understanding regulations of those countries, and in order to be exported online in particular, right? I do hope I'm answering your question, sister. Inshallah. Sister Faiza, right? Okay.
Terima kasih, Prof.
Terima kasih. Yeah. Okay, any other questions?
Maybe Sister Mailiza. Here, Sister Mailiza asked the question via chat column. Maybe you want to speak immediately.
Sister Mailiza, please. Please turn on your mic.
Oh. Mbak Mailiza, mau tanya langsung atau gimana?
Okay. Perhaps sebelum itu, saya would like to introduce my ex-PhD students, who just graduated, Dr. Muhammad Salahuddin.
Oh.
He's just graduated recently. Congratulations, brothers, Dr. Salahuddin.
Thank you, Prof.
Yeah. You have any things to share with us in terms of this halal industry?
Actually, recently I have some students that I am a supervisor for thesis undergraduation.
Okay.
About halal industry, halal food, halal cosmetics, and so on. So I hope we can join together to publish some publications in the future. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much for your kind knowledge, Prof.
Thank you, Dr. Salahuddin. Alhamdulillah, I'm look forward to collaborate on this. All right, inshallah, we can discuss further in the future. Okay. Any other questions?
Maybe from me, Prof. Moha.
Oh yeah, sister, yes.
Okay, I have a question tentang ini, Prof, tentang pendanaan begitu. For small and medium enterprises itu kan kita perlu manajemen khusus ya untuk penganggaran for budgeting for halal certificate gitu. Kalau di Indonesia itu masa berlaku sertifikat halal kan 4 tahun. Jadi bagi pengusaha mikro, kecil, dan menengah itu mereka bagaimana caranya supaya bisa menganggarkan dana untuk sertifikasi halal yang masa berlakunya 4 tahun begitu. And my question is, Prof. Moha, what must we do or what should we do to manage our financial capital untuk bisa itu tadi menganggarkan ke sertifikasi halal?
Okey, terima kasih, sister. Sebenarnya kalau di Malaysia kos untuk pensejilan halal JAKIM sebenarnya tidak mahal, rendah sahaja, a few hundreds only, alright. Tetapi proses untuk documentations and pre-auditing, so that the steps and the process follow according to what the JAKIM would like to have in order to be certified halal. itu the process itu memerlukan certain individuals. I mean, my institute in Hearts provide this service as well to the companies who would like to apply for halal certifications. We provide them consultation services, guidance services, all right, step by steps, and prepare certain documentations. Because the application is all online today in Malaysia. I'm not sure in Indonesia. Okay, when it comes to financing it, Alhamdulillah, in Malaysia, we have a numbers of public agencies that provide funding for small business, micro, small, and medium enterprises to apply for halal certifications. And this make it much easier and in a way encourage MSMEs to apply for halal certifications. So there is not so much about the finance, all right? So there is no cost actually. Just that you have to focus on filling up the forms to qualify for this grant. Yeah, grants from MDAT, from MTDC, Platcom, SME Corps, you know, in Malaysia, these are government-related agencies who provide supports, okay, for halal certifications. I would like to extend my talks, extend my discussions to the issues confronting halal SMEs today. In the context of Malaysia, and I think other country is not exceptional. All right. The main issues is that the managements, to me, the literacy on the managements and literacy on the financial managements in particular. All right, because financial managements in specific about working capital, I found that most of the SMEs with their little literacy on it, they are or they had not been unable to manage that well. Okay, one of which is because in many cases the working capital shortage or cannot roll on the working capitals because of the issue like our brother, I can't remember just now, raised about they provide credits to customers and yet they did not get credit from suppliers. So this is where the working capital cannot roll on. All right. And in most cases for SMEs, this is the major issues. Okay. But I discovered also, which SMEs in Malaysia also do not know, that certain banks or banking institutions, they have this, what we call cash management solutions. All right, cash or financial management solutions, whereby in the systems, they know, in the systems, it will bring them the informations about online updated existing accounts, be it the what we call it, be it receivables and payable accounts. So when we have this receivable and payable, we can know the levels of balance in our accounts, and this is very important. All right, and we can do transaction because now it's mobile and online. We can know these beeping systems anywhere in the world through our phones only. This is a good system for suitable MSMEs to have, you know. And I do hope the same services, the same facilities is available in Indonesia. And because of this, when the bank see the credit is need to be replenished, all right, when the credit perlu ditokok tambah duitnya, yeah, bank akan advise, okay, now you need a new contract from your customers to convince the banks to fork out another credits. But this credit without riba, without interest. All right, this is one of the good systems for SMEs to ponder, to utilize it. In fact, many micro, small, and medium enterprises in Malaysia do not know it as well. All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Prof. Moha.
Yep.
Okay, now we have only 9 minutes left. So I'll give the opportunity to one last question. Ada yang mau menyampaikan pertanyaan terakhir?
Yep. Please.
Kalau tidak ada, mungkin ini saja, Profesor. Kita akan menyampaikan pesan dan kesan, begitu.
Oh, okay. So first and foremost, let me extend my appreciations again to the IIU for having me today in the platforms. It's really an honor for me to share this and contribute this knowledge with all of you here. And also thanks to the Ratmawati earlier who contacted me for these particular sessions. And let you also me extend appreciations to Sister Fitri Eka for being a very good chairperson, and also Brother Rizky in the earlier parts of the sessions, and all students. All right, my students, you have been a very good participants today. I like your questions. All right, if we are able to meet again in the future, I'm sure you can prepare much more questions for us to share, inshallah. All right. So if there is any weaknesses on my part, it is from my own. All right. It is the perfectness has come from Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. So I apologize if there is any weaknesses on my part. With that, thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Oke, sekarang kita sudah berada di penghujung acara. Dan dari panitia saya mendapat amanah untuk kita bisa berfoto bersama, begitu Profesor Moha dan Pak Muhammad Salahuddin selaku special guest also in this virtual meeting. Oke, siapa yang akan mengambil foto ini? Ya, Bu Agida. Baik teman-teman sekalian, please turn on your camera karena kita akan mengambil foto bersama. Ada dua di sini ya. Ada dua page, ada dua muka. Yang memandu siapa, Bu Akid? Saya. Oke, baik untuk halaman pertama atau muka pertama. 1, 2, 3. Kemudian untuk halaman kedua, 1, 2, 3. Okay, also one more again, thank you very much, Professor Moha, for such an informative and interesting explanation about halal marketing and branding. And I also say thank you very much to all of our brother and sister here, to all of the participants who delivered the question and who can join this meeting. And also I say thank you to our lecturers here, Ms. Akidah Sohiha, Ms. Siti Latifah, and also Mr. Rizky Anfani. Semoga kita bisa bertemu di lain kesempatan, gitu. Ya. Okay, now we close our agenda today by reciting Hamdalah.
Alhamdulillahirrahmanirrahim.
See you again in another opportunity. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Salam.